Hey, folks, it's me, Vespucci. Bet you thought I'd have an Italian accent or something. Well, today's buried episode got pretty messed up, unfortunately. Jimmy's mic wouldn't record for whatever reason. But, I guess I'll have him try to explain it as the buried episode goes. So, please enjoy as best you can, but it'll be kind of a cobbled together mess, if you ask me, Vespucci. Me, Vespucci. But enjoy the show. It's kind of shit today. But I'm only the editor. I can't, make the mics fucking work.
Well, hey kids! Welcome to Flippity Floppity's House of Fun!
Woohoo! Yeah!
Hell yeah.
Yay! Yeah, woo! Today's episode, we're talking about emotion. So what do we do when we feel sad or angry?
So what about it?
No!
Let it out!
We push it deep down, way down inside, and make sure it stays buried.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the internet show, The Buried Podcast. This is a show where we go out into the internet jungle to find hidden gems of lore to the public seeing eye. As always, I'm Declan Grogan, and with me is Dylan Ward.
I really like going out to eat, and my favorite part about going out to eat is when the chef brings your food from the kitchen, he puts it down in front of you, and then he watches you eat all
Jimmy
of it.
Brown.
Yeah, I really like going out to eat. And I think my favorite part of going out to eat is when the chef comes out from the kitchen and puts the food down in front of you and watches you eat all of it.
And Liam Mann.
It's my favorite part.
I really like going out to eat, and my favorite part is when the chef comes out and he brings your food, and he sits there and he sits
Guys,
and
today I just want
watches
to talk
eat
to you
it.
about how I really like going out to eat.
See, I did it. Wait, I
And then
did
you
it.
ruined
I,
mine.
and I ruined the bit.
I was ready to bring us home. It was gonna be
No.
It's just, he just sits in silence, and he's just like, eye contact is the key, never blinking while I eat my steak.
No, I actually like it. You ever been to one of those restaurants where you order your meal, but the waiter hangs onto the food, and you have to try to
Yeah,
catch
it's nice
him,
'cause-
and if you catch him, you can have the food.
Yes. No,
But he
what's
like
it?
is
Yeah,
but he's Applebee's, but he's got the spoon, and he's like
But
every
they
time
don't tell you
miss
this.
him, he's like,
Tickling
takes a
is
bite of
allowed.
your
You
food.
can tickle him to make him drop the food.
You
Really?
can tickle. That's dude. Wait, tickle. That sounds like one of those like videos of like Disney, like people who like give you like all like the tips of like going to like Disney, and they're like make sure you like if you like here's like the secret pro tips of Disney. You're like, here are the secret Applebee's tips. Tickling the waiters is allowed. Most people don't know this, but in the fine print it says you can tickle the waiters. So if
but
they're
be
running around your
warned,
food,
they
tickling
can
them is a
scream.
great option to get your food. Yeah, I want to make like a Disney Channel like thing where but you just give really weird and bad tips for
just
getting
want
around
someone to be
Disney
like,
Park.
Tickle,
Or
and the waiter's like,
Applebee's.
"Ah!" Just scream as loud as possible.
Yeah. Okay, ready? Let's have here.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the intro for our Disney Channel. This is like our pitch for it. Editors note, throw in some like like that like Kickstarter like
Little
like
ukulele,
ding
yeah.
ding dong ding. Ding dong, ding dong. Yeah, and then
Bum,
we'll
bum, 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 bum.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one.
Yeah, and we'll be like, okay, music plays. Hey guys, welcome to Disney. Welcome to the Disney Friends. We're all friends, and we go to
Yeah.
Disney, and we show you how to get the best time at Disney. Right, guys?
We
Number one.
We got the facts. We
Number
got the
one.
tips and
I'm the
tricks.
bad boy of this group. Number one, I go when I'm
And
not told.
Declan.
Number one,
Yeah,
you
Declan's
can't
got
stay
tip
in the
number one.
castle free of charge, no matter what they tell you.
Oh, yeah. It's actually years ago they wrote a rule that says you're not allowed to be to preserve the magic of the magical kingdom. They're not allowed to
Universal.
drag you out by your neck like they do at most places. So you actually are legally allowed to.
You try and touch Harry Potter
Yeah,
one time,
I've been
and he drag
dragged
you out
out.
of it.
I've been dragged out by my throat many a times. Whip whip. You drag you out by the fucking throat. I mean, freaking throat.
We're
Sorry,
we're fucking Disney. Ding dong,
Ding dong, ding dong.
Have I told you guys about when I was a kid on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, like my genius idea?
No.
I was talking about this with someone this week, and I was a little kid, and on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, they like triggered little water explosions around your boat to make it seem like a cannonball is getting fired at you, but just missed, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Well, as a kid, I thought those were real cannonballs as a kid. I thought that Disney was really firing cannonballs at you, and I also thought that if I was quick enough, I could reach into the water and take a cannonball home with me, and then I'd be able to sell it and make a lot of money.
Sure. Oh.
And for like years, I was like, Mom, Dad, can we go to Disney? I really want to go Pirates of the Caribbean ride. I bet you I can make us a lot of money. It took me like, I don't know, at least another couple of years after that I thought about it again. I'm like, God, Disney, cannonballs aren't worth anything. Like, even if I did bring one home.
No, Dylan, that's where you're wrong. They're worth billions, but I digress. The truth is that the cannonballs are fake. There's not real cannonballs, but the skeletons are real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're worth
That
millions.
And they're worth millions. It's the skeletons of the orphans.
Dylan, you gotta get in on the cannonball. You gotta get on Cannon Coin. it's the opposite of a crypto coin, where crypto coins are these fake coins that exist on the internet that are worth millions. Cannon coins are so heavy you can't carry them around, but they're worth.
Finally,
they're worth 400
fungible
each.
token.
Yeah, we're gonna go to. Whoa, fungible tokens exist? Dude, this token is completely fungible.
Yes, sir, how would you like to pay for your fancy dinner tonight? Ah, yes, I've got all my money in fungibles.
Here's 50 fungible tokens. He just takes out $50.
A physical piece of paper NFT.
Printed to look like money.
Well, actually, that segues exactly into my topic.
Oh.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Look at this guy over here.
Just one last thing before we go, Declan. You just made me think. Money is just a real life NFT.
Yeah, Leo, that was the point of the bit, I thought. That's the bit we were doing.
I didn't know. It's a printed picture of a little thing that's worth money.
Liam was literally sitting here being like,
Because
man,
it is
fungible
money.
tokens, what a funny concept.
Man, wouldn't it be cool if we actually used fungible tokens as money?
All right. Jimmy, go ahead.
Oh man, Jimmy, I hope your topic's really fungible.
All right, a brief reminder that my part, aka Jimmy, I'm recording this completely asynchronously from the rest of my buried brothers. Unfortunately, again, my mic was completely corrupted and did not record anything. So my topic, even though, spoilers, it was the winning one today, will not be able to be experienced by you guys. Essentially, it was about the phenomenon of Cryptoland. And at the time of recording, it was a lot less known than it is now. Like, less people had done YouTube videos on it. When I had first found it, it was actually on early, like mid-November, is around my birthday or something like that. But essentially, Cryptoland, if you'll look it up on your little doohickeys, your little phones. And I'm sorry, this part isn't very funny, is it? Oh, it's because I'm very tired. So no Liam laughs or Declan giggles or Dylan chortles. It's just going to be me telling you about Cryptoland, and it's going to be terrible and boring. Cryptoland is a effort by a bunch of crypto enthusiasts where they got together and they tried to buy an island in the South, like Caribbean or something. I'm going off of memory here. I don't actually have anything pulled up. Again, I'm tired. And they put in like a whole hell of a lot of money, millions of dollars, and actually put up the money for it because they're like crypto bros who are like insanely rich and stupid. And if you go online, there is a hilariously bad, terrible video that they made where they created this like 20-minute long animated video of what they imagined Cryptoland to be like. Like essentially there's this like, oh, I'm a crypto bro kind of guy, and he like arrives at this island on like the plane, and there's this terrifying looking Bitcoin, or just coin, I guess, guy who's like a mascot, and he looks terrible, and he's always like, "Hey, what's up?" And his name is Connie. It's Coiny, I can't remember. I think it's Connie though, which is funny. And he's just like, "Hey, come on, we're gonna check out the Crypto Land. Yeah, what's up?" And so he takes this guy on like this 18-minute animated adventure through Crypto Land, where it's like the shitty ass like resort stuff. It's supposed to be like Disney World, but for crypto bros, which is a absolutely wild concept in and of itself. And there's all sorts of crypto memes, like, to the moon. There's that BitConnect guy. Just go up and watch the video for yourself. Maybe I'll try and edit in, Vespucci will try and edit in some of the bits that Declan and Dylan had around this video. Let's see. Other things I said is I believe that by now the Crypto Land deal for the island did fall through. The people who were going to sell the island to them ended up pulling it from the market, so to say. And so that ended up not happening, but the Crypto Land video is still up, and I think they're probably trying to recuperate and try and buy a different island with different plans. Again, I would say probably many millions of dollars were already spent on this whole endeavor, because these people are absolutely insane. One of the main things that came around Crypto Land that really put it under fire, and that we talked about a little bit, was somebody asked the people what the age of consent in Crypto Land would be, and the Crypto Land Twitter said that maturity of mind should be enough or something, which is terrible and awful. And we talked a lot about that and all sorts of other stuff about crypto bro culture and just like these brain dead idiots, and brought up a little Reddit island. But again, in the end, it's really unfortunate that my mic got so messed up and we weren't able to salvage anything. That's why the beginning even was kind of awkward. I edited out a lot of bits, edited out all the hilarious and funny things. You actually missed the funniest things I had ever said on the podcast, stuff that was funnier than anything anybody else had ever said. And so it's really unfortunate that that the mic cut out. Again, this is all in one take. I don't have anything pulled up in front of me. Maybe I'll jump back in. I don't know. This is kind of like its own podcast within a podcast, isn't it? So maybe I'll jump in and add something as I'm editing, or Vespucci is editing. I'll have my gun cocked to his head, like, "Oh, it's me, it's Vespucci." Yeah, that's him. See you guys. Have fun watching the rest of the podcast. One more thing. The reason that this is all in here and I'm still editing this episode is because Declan's topic, which was amazing, great topic. Something about dreaming, the Dreaming for Gamers. It gets a follow-up in the next episode, so I felt that I had to put this one together, even though it's including 6 minutes of me rambling about what my topic was without you guys actually hearing it. And it's terrible, but we reference it even in the next bit. No, all right, whatever. Hopefully you're just on a... All right, never mind. Hopefully you're on a car and you're just not even paying attention to what I'm saying. See you guys on the other side.
Hi, I'm Christopher. I'm a crypto bro with a love for crypto kitties. What does that mean? What?
Well, yeah, so for
What
my
is
topic, God, I'm just going to leave this video playing this whole time I'm giving my topic. My topic is something you guys might be familiar with, but the larger audience might not be, or they might be, I don't know. It's a little thing called the, I don't know why I said that like that. It's a little thing called, I don't know, Minecraft. Anyway, so this is a phenomenon commonly referred to as the Final Fantasy VII house. Okay, so the Final Fantasy house is a tale. I think it's very similar to what's I think something Jimmy would do, though not officially Tumblr. I think it kind of predates Tumblr, but I'd imagine if Tumblr was around when this thing happened, it would definitely be a Tumblr thing. So the story starts in 2002. When the writer of this story, they were on this forum, and they were talking about crazy roommates, and the writer, who I will refer to as the webmaster, because that's how he was referred to on the website, he's like, oh, I have this crazy story. So back in 2002, he had this fan website, Final Fantasy VII, which in particular focused on these two characters from the game, Cloud and Zack. And he said that this website got kind of popular because there wasn't really another website like it at the time, and so he kind of got a decent amount of traffic. But he talks about how one time he gets this like IM from this person who calls himself Hojo, which is a character from the Final Fantasy. Like he's like an antagonist of the game. And basically they kind of started talking about the website because they like the website. And Hojo talked about how they had a wife named Genova, which was, again, another character from the game. And from here on out, I'll refer to her as Jen. But as they started talking more, Hojo started talking about things about, like, if he had any, like, memories from his past life, or like talking about past lives and stuff, and like the author was like, I don't know, like he was like, I didn't like not believe in it, but I didn't have any experience with it. Essentially, Hojo and their wife Genova were what they call soul bonders. What they mean is that they thought that they were reincarnation of the Final Fantasy VII characters. Like they thought that like in a past life they were the Final Fantasy VII characters. And like they thought like parts of the game were like memories, and they did all these things to try to like unlock their memories.
They smoked a lot of weed.
Smoked a lot of fucking pot. Oh yeah, give me that fucking crypto pot, bro.
Give me that crypto blunt.
That is just like that for that audio block is just like a fucking peak. But basically they kind of start chatting more, and eventually, the guy, the webman, we'll call him Zack, because she started calling him Zack after the Final Fantasy character. So, and he kind of like played along with it. He wasn't like super into it, but he wasn't like, he thought they were friendly enough that he kind of like played along with it. And eventually, he started visiting them, like their apartment, which he says was a $300 trip. But he like said that they would compensate by like they would feed him while he was there, and he would stay at their place. But he says eventually, when he visited, Jen used to ask him for money to like buy food, and like he used to like cave in and give her money for food. But he's still kind of like this whole sort of time during like the visiting phase, he still talks highly of it. He's like, yeah, they were kind of cringe, but, like, they were good for, what I mean? Like, I was stupid, but, like, they were, like, I enjoyed hanging out with them, basically. But, like, the things that they would do to really try to connect to their reincarnations, like, they would LARP. They used to, like, sit on the floor and close their eyes and listen to, like, the Final Fantasy VII soundtrack. And they even said... Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense. It's not like the characters would like hear the soundtrack as they're like going through life.
Yeah, Cloud's like, I remember. This is some fucking awesome tunes.
Whoa, this music,
man.
man.
I love being but eventually, apparently there was one incident where Hojo and Jen so these are Hojo and Jen locked him in like a soundproof room at their college, to the point where he like started panicking and like banging on the door, but they wouldn't let him out because they were like, oh, this will help with your like transformation.
What? Did they think he was a reincarnation? What the hell is
that? Yeah, he was a reincarnation of Zack.
Oh, geez.
The Final Fantasy VII character. But he started to say, like, things get really problematic with Jen, because he said that like one of the most concerning things about Jen is that he noticed was that like she would like lie to people about who she was to like get what she wanted. Apparently she used to, quote, put on a lab coat and like call a bunch of like medical companies on like white pages and ask for syringes. And he like
the lab coat to call.
because it's part of the character because they can see him.
They were.
And then she calls on the phone. She only does because it's like Final Fantasy VII. It was like PS1. She calls on the phone. She goes.
They're like, this girl needs syringes. Like,
No, we do not have syringes at the store. But so this is where there's a turning point. So at the end of the academic year, when the summer came, they proposed that Zach moved in with them. There were, I think, a few other people living there, but he doesn't talk, or not living there, but kind of like they would drop in, like they were kind of guests. It was mostly Hojo and Jen. And it's summertime because he was like, I didn't like. There's one thing I hate being like at home. I didn't want to be home for the summer, so I said yes, I'd move in with them. And he says this is where things got really bad. Yes. So Jen became like really controlling of him. Well, first off, he was apparently he didn't know this until afterwards. He was the only person like working in that house. He was like working. He was making like 100. Like he was like could be specifically because they were like, oh, you're Zach. Like you're like the man. Like Zach like provided for like his party. Like we're your party and you're the main character. And Zach, you have to work. And the thing that he's like, he just like shoves on with it. He's like, oh yeah, it was fine, like whatever. But apparently like he when he had a cell phone, like they like when his cell phone plan ran out, like they wouldn't get him a new one. And when he would like IM people, Jen would like look over his shoulder and like write down the screen name of who he was messaging and then like message them later. So he was like totally being monitored all the time, so he couldn't say anything about this. And also he talks about how like, you know, he was like, oh, you know, I was fine, like I'm a college kid, like I was like, you know, ramen, bread, whatever. But like Jen like well yeah, but like Jen like insisted that they buy like steak and like Gatorade and all this stuff. So she like wanted to live way outside their budget, even though again she wasn't working at all. So and then this is where he says like the apartment started to become like a total pigsty. Like he did dishes, but he like worked most of the day. And they apparently Hojo and Jen were like home all the time. He says like the only cleaning that would be done was like when guests would come, like when people would like drop by, they would do the cleaning.
Gross.
But like they wouldn't do anything. And he said it got to a point that quote their apartment smelled like rotting flesh. Yeah. So, and apparently, their solution, when they noticed that things were getting really bad, Jen's solution was to move apartments. They were like, oh, we have to move apartments. Like, this place is a fucking mess. And so when they moved, they didn't show up to help him move. Like, they went out. And so he had to move all of their stuff by himself. And, like, Jen refused to help at all. Yeah. Anyway, and he says that when he moved into the new place, which was like smaller, and notably by this point, Jen and Hojo had like started like fighting a ton. Like they would like scream at each other, they would like get in each other's faces, and like the only escape he had was that like their bedroom was a different room, but like this was a one bedroom, like this was like a 1 room apartment, and so it's like he was like trapped in here with these people. And he said that he had this, on his computer, he had this AI called Mega Hal that was like this AI that you can just like a chat AI, and because so Jen wouldn't watch him when he was talking to the chat because it wasn't like another person. And he used to like talk about getting out to chat. He'd be like, man, I wish I could get out of here. Like literally like an insane person. Like he would confide like all of his problems to this fucking computer. And like eventually like work started cutting his hours. Like he was making like there was one point where he was working like
Coiny saved him.
What did that AI become? Coiny, that's right. Yeah, right. Yes, that's the point. Because he was like, "Yo, don't you? Hey, I'm Mega Hal. I'm non-fungible. I can go get you help. I can leave." But basically, So he talks about his breaking point. So he endured all this shit. Like, his work cut him. He was working like 1 hour a week. And he says at his job, there's one point where it was like raining so hard one day that like he had to get sent. He like was sent home, but he didn't have an umbrella. He didn't have a car, so he had to walk all the way home. And by the time he got home, he was like soaking wet. And he decided that he would leave his shoes outside of his apartment, like to dry overnight. And when he woke up the next morning, his shoes were gone. And someone stole his shoes, and he was like, that made me snap. He was like, that was the moment where I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. And so he literally, like, he said he says, like, I threw my pocket knife and a $5 bill in my bag, and I left. And he was like, and the thing that's funny too, he says, I was homeless for 2 days, and he was like, it was great. He was like, I fucking loved being homeless for 2 days. It was like fresh air. I could do whatever the fuck I wanted. It was amazing. And eventually, you know, like, there's one of the guests that stayed at the place. He was able to like contact them, and they kind of gave him a place to stay and like let him call his family, and they were able to get him home. And like he like blocked Hojo and all these other people. And that was his. And I presume he never played Final Fantasy VII again.
That ruined it for him.
Yeah, jeez, I can imagine he'd never want to play that game ever again.
Which, funny enough, is actually the most Zack thing he could have done.
Truly,
Although, again, if I'm being completely honest, Hojo and Jenova are both villains in Final Fantasy VII. So I guess...
Really?
I don't get how they can believe that they're the reincarnated versions, because it's like, they didn't fucking die. They're not even real.
They weren't real. They were non-fungible.
Also, Final Fantasy VII takes place in like the future.
Like way in the future. That's such a
I'm a pre-incarnation.
I know that one day I'll be this. I'm listening to this music to remember it when I'm finally Cloud.
Oh, I remember this music from when I was a fucking shitty teenager in an apartment in Alabama.
Eating steak and Gatorade and yelling at my wife.
Man.
That's only fungible
my
friends from
freaking
now on.
Yeah, so that is the story of the Final Fantasy VII house. Apparently, there's more. I didn't read. There's like this whole story about like the aftermath with like the other people, like, because apparently Jen and Hojo are still like active online. And also, just so you know, if you Google Final Fantasy VII house Hojo, you can find pictures of her, because she's online. In case you were like, in case you want
pictures. In case you were listening to the story, Liam tells us, like, I just wish I knew what she looked like.
I can't. Her image is non-fungible in my mind. Isn't it crazy that all your thoughts are non-fungible? Sorry, continue.
They're completely non-fungible. They can all be on the blockchain. Put your thoughts on the blockchain.
Put your thoughts on my blockchain so I own them.
So I own your thoughts. I actually have a topic that relates very much to your topic, Liam.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, as I was telling, like, this is so funny.
That's what
the sequel. No, so this is
Call
in
of
case
Duty
you
house.
are.
Sorry.
Let's say you didn't sit in one of those houses and you still like video games a lot. All right, then let me tell you guys about Dreaming for Gamers. Right?
Oh boy.
There's a website that is now discontinued, even though it was only announced a year ago that was released, and it's dreamingforgamers.com. But there's an active subreddit with 525 members on Reddit.
Ooh,
yeah, so
the chosen few.
Exactly, Dreaming for Gamers. I'll drop the link right now in the Discord so you guys can like have it here. But essentially, this is a subreddit that's relatively new by 2 years or whatever else, of a dream scientist who claims that he can teach you how to dream a life in your favorite video game. Like, as you sleep, you can live in whatever video game you want and sort of play out any scenario you desire. Yeah, okay, so that's funny you say that, because he makes it very clear that this isn't shifting and that is a non-science, and he wants to separate this from shifting. in his post is constantly said. And the moment I looked at this, I was like, this sounds crazy or whatever else. But this guy is a doctor in sleep studies. Like, he's been part of a lot of sleep studies. He backs everything up with like a lot of scientific articles about different things. And most of his posts aren't talking about like, oh, like I wish we could live in video games or whatever else. It's about like dream recall, sensory replay, and like how to, do what do they call it when you dream aware and you can just control your dream? Lucid dreaming, exactly. And he says
Like lucid dreaming.
Dreaming.
non-fungible dreaming, exactly.
Oh,
And
non-fungible
as you
dreaming.
go through it, like he gives you all this crazy science stuff about it, and I want to say in his announcement post he does try and specify 5 times how this is not shifting. We were well established before that, and that is a non-science we want to fully separate ourselves from. So the whole thing about this that really like it keeps jumping out at me is like, why games? Why video games? He's like, I want to teach you how to like live any life in a dream, and he's very bent on like making someone really play a video game for hours before going to bed so that when they sleep they can recall it through their memory and like, design a whole new video game world for themselves. But like, I feel like, why limit yourself to like a game?
That's it. And also too, it's like I feel like the whole point of the dream is to like
Yeah,
do
exactly.
your own dream. You know what I mean? It's like if you play like a game, you're gonna dream about a game. But it's like if I'm dreaming, I don't want to dream about an existing game. I want to create like a dream game in my mind.
Imagine being really bad at a dream game. Like you're just like,
Fuck.
Come on, guys, let's be real. This dude's just trying to fuck Cortana.
oh boy.
That's I would love if that's like the whole point of like him like yeah, they're like
I had a dream and Cartoon,
I had a dream
Cartoon
and
was there and she was super
Cortana
real and
was
she was
like
like
there
fuck,
and she
I
was like
fuck dude,
super
and we just,
real
like,
and
were
then some
punching
people
and
like
kissing it. It was
how
nuts,
to how
dude.
to have dream about Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider showed up and she was like fuck, and I was like fuck dude.
I was like fuck.
The best line that I found,
Dude, I had a dream that I went on a date with
think this guy
Cortana.
genuinely is a doctor, and sure he like does it. It's just a very funny subreddit to me. And he says in a line here.
Fuck dude.
Gosh, where the frick did it go? Oh yeah, these influences can canvas out and replay in the rich first-person, high-fidelity graphics and realism that dreams provide. So. Someone talking about the graphics are crazy in their dreams is insane to me.
If anything, I feel like the graphics in my dreams fucking suck. Because it's like I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know these graphics are so muddy. I don't know what I'm looking at.
So, anyways, here's my pitch that I want to give to you guys right now. In his post, he does claim that he has a free 7 series lessons on how to dream for gamers. Like, he teaches you all the steps on like how to first of all recall memories a lot better, how to get into lucid memories, and then actually cause your video game worlds to happen in your dreams and live them out. And I want to be the guinea pig that Buried has. I'm gonna take these classes, all right, and over like the next. I'm gonna fuck Cortana. No, because I'm gonna be like fuck, and she's gonna be like fuck.
I'm gonna fuck Cortana.
But I want to try these classes and then see how true this guy's message is, and I'm gonna report back in a few Burieds like what the experience is. Unfortunately, yeah, the classes aren't on the website was discontinued, but they have a Discord that I've now infiltrated, and I'm gonna see if they have any lessons.
You should pick like a. That's what I was gonna say. You should pick like a really weird fucking game.
Rhythm Heaven. Oh gosh, Final Fantasy VII.
Final Fantasy VII.
Who is he?
I feel like this could have alleviated a lot of the problems of Final
if they
Fantasy
could just
VII
like
had.
go into their dreams and live it out there, I think they would be a lot better off.
Also, one thing I just want to say on this front page, I see 2 posts. I just want to make a note of this. There's 2 posts right back to back that talk about like quote unquote Skyrim influenced dreams. This guy talks about, he goes, I had a Skyrim influenced dream themed around farming. And he was like, oh yeah, I was on like a place and it was farming. And I'm like, dude, You had a dream you were farming. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean it was Skyrim influence? You were in a place and it was like you just dreamed that you were a medieval farmer. That has nothing to do with video games.
Also, how boring of a dream. How boring of a dream is doing the manual
Dude, but a
labor
dragon
for
appeared.
4 hours of sleep.
It's all about yeah. It's all about like the mental framework. You could be like, and if you like dream you're in a city, like, whoa, I dreamed that I was walking down the street in Cyberpunk. Whoa. Dude,
it was
I had a
like-
dream that I was in
and I
Final
was like,
Fantasy VII. Oh,
fuck.
did
Everyone's
you
like,
mean Cloud or
fuck.
Zack or Aerith? No, I was just like in the world. I was like there. Oh, did you do anything
Just there,
cool?
and I was
No,
like,
I was
oh,
like,
shit.
I farmed. I went to work for 6 hours.
Cloud did come up to me and I said, I have a quest for you.
Was I a
Shit,
freaking
was I an
NPC?
NPC?
But when I tried to talk, it
Freaking
just
NPC?
That came out
sucks. Guys, I had a dream I was Sans Undertale.
I was
in
freaking Sans
Undertale.
Undertale, and I met freaking Papyrus and all the Undertale
I was
characters.
like, my brother. And he was like, fuck.
He was like, "Fuck," and I was like, "Fuck."
And I was like, fuck.
That's good, Declan.
Thank you.
Good work
Yeah.
there. Good work there, Declan.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
No, when we when we went bowling, I had a topic then, and I've been holding on to it. It's a little ditty.
Yeah, if people know that we hang out
Whoa.
in real life, they're going to think we're squares.
Hey, these guys go to the Bund.
Yeah. Like, these guys got a fungible friendship.
Oh, you guys don't go crypto bowling?
Dylan, kick it off. Go ahead.
Yeah, go on,
Yeah.
Dylan.
Okay. All right. No, I think that's a good question. I do need to frame this away before we get to it. So, let's say you own a shop, and your main thing is that you rent out bridal gowns, all sorts of different clothes for weddings, tuxedos, suits, fancy
Picturing
shoes,
it.
that kind of stuff.
Sure.
How would you do it? You know, you would what would be a I'm trying to word this correctly. It wouldn't be this.
I'd open a
but
shop.
What would you do?
I'd get some bridal. I'd get some
What would I
bridal
do for
gowns. And I'd
what?
be
Like,
like,
I would
hey,
sell them?
brides, you guys want gowns? Whoa, okay.
I mean, that might work.
I'd sell them on the blockchain.
I was like, you want
That's
these
what it'd be.
fungible
That's my funny
tuxedos?
answer, Dylan. What? I need to know.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Brick and mortar.
Non-fungible people. Go to Yvette's Bridal Formal.
Can you send a link? Hey Dylan,
Dot
hey,
net.
Oh
Dylan,
my
can you send a link in the
God,
Discord?
Come on.
Hey Dylan, can you send a link in the Discord?
Why is it not just .com? Oh, if you just look up Yvette's... Oh, come on. This isn't a real website.
I'm gonna get into it.
Okay.
So if you just
Whoa,
look
what
up
the heck?
Yvette's Bridal on Google, it's like the second result.
Oh my gosh.
So continuing our thing from last year with old websites that were made right when websites became available. This is Yvette's Bridal. It has a little bit
Yeah.
of every color. It sort of reminds me of the worst website on the internet.com that Declan brought up so long ago. Because there's just text boxes with, really bright text on it that's, please click here if you would like images of gowns at Yvette's. And then you click on it and it's a link that brings you somewhere else on the website. Also, the background is that continuing single photo blockchain over and over again. And if you look in the background, they just start putting text to fill space. On the far left, it has Yvette's, 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 Yvette's. And then in all caps, Yvette's, Yvette's, Yvette's. Like, there's just any possible little spot on this website where they could put text, they've added it. And if you click on the links, they bring you somewhere. Now, this bridal shop website does not only feature bridal shop equipment and stuff that you can buy, it also has a recipe for an apple pie, as well as a couple other different recipes. If you click on the top,
Should we
there's
click there?
a text box in mint green with pink text that says psychological
Yeah, these
thriller.
you downloading.
Please click here. And It's very.
I
Yeah,
got
please
that
do.
one. Now I got Bach Contrapunct.
Also, be
and they're all
careful what
MIDI
you click
files.
though. Every time I've clicked something, it automatically downloads this file called Maple Leaf Rag. Which, okay, I'm guessing because there's a few ones that you click on that automatically start playing music, but like, is it so like you can only play the music if you like download it? It's fucking weird. Also,
Yeah, I mean, every page has its own song.
one thing that makes me think that this is some kind of goof, every once in a while there's just like this weird like 3D model. Like one of the first images is like this like Grand Theft Auto image of like of like a plane taking off. Like, and then there's one that says
yeah.
designs by Dude Otep, and it's like this weird square temple. And then there's like a gazebo with a Japanese woman painted on it. I don't know. I don't
that's the
understand
other
why
thing.
that's there.
The other side of this website is art. I wrote down the guy's name. Sean Terrence Best is the guy who made this website. And Sean Best is an artist who, if you go around the one I told you to click on, psychological thriller, please click here. Sean Best likes to write stories, fiction, horror, extraterrestrial kind of stuff. And he has all sorts of his projects just hidden all over this website. And I wouldn't say hidden because the links say click here for this. He does like presidential drawings, he does portraits and stuff. But at one point he does a biography on himself on his website, and he talks about how he had no formal drawing experience, but sometime around the age of 33, he kept having extremely lucid dreams for 3 nights in a row. And
And they were about
afterwards-
Skyrim.
Bro, every single one of these topics is connected back to back.
All our topics
Yeah.
are just linking up today. Yeah, look at this.
He has
Look at
vivid
us.
Look at us
dreams
playing
for
things
3
out.
days featuring all sorts of colors, flashes of lights, and he suddenly realizes that he can paint after these 3 nights of dreams. So he goes and he makes a canvas, and he finds a stand to put it on, and he just starts painting. And some of the artwork on here, I mean, it's in totally different genres. Some of it's drawn, some of it's ink painting, some of it's MS Paint painting.
Some of it's a green alien.
Most of it's a green alien.
Green alien is just an MS Paint green alien brush. Like,
I'm a huge fan of the MS Paint green alien.
I love guys. Hey guys, have you seen this green alien? This green alien's great.
Hey guys, welcome to Kelly's green alien.
Are you on the alien page with the screaming lady?
Oh, I'm on the
Oh,
green.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm looking right at
Keep
the green
scrolling
alien.
down. Look at the other drawings that are
Dude,
available.
the green
on the
alien's like,
page.
fuck. I'm like,
I also
fuck.
like Rico. And then and then the lady was like, "Fuck."
It's like a hyper realistic, frightened woman, and it honestly does give me the.
I love the
heebie-jeebies a
dog.
little bit. Her face is a little
The dog drawn next
freaky,
to
and then
her.
there's just a dog.
It's total Wuthering Heights.
It reminds me of Red Man.
It's Red Man.
Fucking red man, lighting up.
Yeah,
in
you
the
remember
front
that?
yard.
Remember that time that lady was screaming about the Salem witch trials and Red
He was
Man
like,
was
fuck, and then she was like, fuck, it's Red Man.
fuck.
Yo, that's the coolest dog ever.
Oh my god, that dog is so. Look, it's Red Man. Oh my god, it's so freaking epic.
Oh. If you go to Yvette's Bridal Formal, go to the alien page.
Guys,
there's
we're
an
not
actual
kidding
drawing
around.
of Coco.
Go to the alien page.
Yeah.
This is not clickbait.
Yeah, I'm
Guys,
not
we're
joking
not-
at all.
guys,
You're
we're
literally
not
barred from the
freaking
podcast if you don't look at this
joking.
green alien.
So I was, obviously intrigued by this website, but I actually found someone who interviewed, what's his name? Sean Best. Someone actually got him and interviewed and, got the full story, some background. And basically, Sean's mom owned Yvette's Bridal, started it in the 80s, and he, as soon as websites started coming along, started making a website for Yvette's. And he really didn't have any, he said he was, computer smart, but he didn't really know, literate, but he didn't know how to really make websites. So the website looks terrible because it was just him going back, adding something new every once in a while. And he said that if he could do it again now that he's an artist, because he had 3 dreams, he would do it again and make it look better. But alas.
Dude, dreaming's powerful, man. We've established
He
that.
also believes that aliens are real because he got a concussion and then someone handed him a piece of gum, and when he bit into the gum he began hallucinating, and he began seeing alien life forms around him and that kind
What
of
was
thing.
in that gum?
Well, no, right? And he said that the gum was like laced with something alien, something like from outer space that would allow him to have these enlightened thoughts.
That's what the purple around the alien is.
Oh yeah, the green alien. Gosh, he should have been wearing his helmet.
So yeah, I mean, it's fun, and I do think it's real. I don't think this is like an ARG or someone goofing around. Stop Alien Abductions, I'm pretty sure is a goof. But this one with Sean Best, I just believe this dude is very passionate, has a bunch of interests,
Yeah.
and he puts a link to anything that he does on the website, so you could spend hours.
It's kind of.
clicking
I'm
around
impressed
here,
with on the
going
Screaming
around the
Lady
website.
link that you brought us to. At the very bottom, I have a counter of how many people have been to this website, and it's below 1,000. We are.
Yeah.
On the main page, it's 1 million. On the Scary
So,
Lady
like,
page, it's
look at us.
959. So some people don't find
Wow.
this part.
We could get all our listeners to bring it to 1,000, maybe.
Yeah. Nice. One thing I do say, just for all you visitors at home, if you want a truly scary experience, turn off the lights, turn up the volume as loud as it goes, and then click on the little blue blob that says Tuxedo 1. The page itself is not that bad, but there's like a little song that plays that's fucking. It's just like this voice. It's like a little delay and it just goes. Total.
Leo,
It's like
that's-
this
it's
robot.
literally
voice. It's like,
terrifying.
total,
I clicked on that and it started
rah,
playing
rah,
and
it's
it like
scary.
totally freaking made me seize up. I think aliens are real, guys. I was like, fuck!
You totally, yeah. I was like, fuck, dude. I haven't been this scared since I fucking
And Freddie was like,
streamed
Gregory.
FNAF on Twitch for all my viewers.
And Freddie was like, fuck! I was like, fuck, dude.
You know what I'm saying? And
Chick
Freddie was like,
and the
fuck,
phone guy's like, fuck.
fuck.
And he's like, yar, fuck.
Foxy coming running down the hallway, gets to the
What a
door,
topic,
looks
dude.
inside. Fuck!
Fuck. Arr. Wow,
I got
what a
it.
topic.
I have
Thank
so
you,
much Maple
thank
Leaf
you,
Frag in my folder.
Thank you, Yvette. God, stop downloading Maple Frag. I'm getting off this goddamn website.
I'm gonna let it play. I want to hear it.
I literally had like 10 different maple leaves. Maple Story.
Oh, and I'm not gonna drop it in here, but there is, if you go to Google Maps and look up Yvette's Bridal, it is in Florida. It is a real place that is on Google Maps, and I kind of
Oh, well, you go down there.
Yeah,
Let's buy a house down there. Let's buy a house down there and pretend
let's
we're
buy
all
a
part of the
wife.
video game.
Let's buy an island.
Let's buy
let's buy a
for
non-fungible house.
10 ruple
Let's buy
coins.
an island.
Yvette's Island.
Yeah, remember,
Oh man,
guys, this has been the most
that's
connected
beautiful,
episode.
man. I wish I could marry you that. Yeah, let's
When
let's
Liam
let's
said he wanted to
vote.
marry Vet, I was like, fuck. All right.
Fuck. Okay, wait. Let's do a review. I did Final
What's our
Fantasy
fungible
VII
topic?
House. my non-fungible topic was Final Fantasy VII House.
Mine was dreaming for gamers.
Mine was Yvette's Bridal Formula.
All right, I'm gonna type mine out there.
P1RA.net.
Now remember, guys, whoever gets this is the only one of us that gets to claim they're fungible.
All right. Now remember, guys.
They say what
Even
affect our
no matter
friendship
how
at
this
all.
vote goes, we're all still friends,
All
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you vote for me, you asshole.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, vote. Yeah!
Oh, I'm so fucking pissed. I'm not friends with you guys at all.
I'm not friends with you. It's frickin' Crypto Land.
Cryptoland for the win. Crypto coin.
Jimmy gets the first non fungible victory.
Let it be. Put it in the hey, future Barry the historians. When our podcast is 1 billion people and they're going through and combing for everything else, let me know this is the only fungible victory.
This is if we ever do another fungible thing, revoke it. Comment. Smash that dislike
It's the only
button.
one that Jimmy can take and put
Remove
in his
all our-
pocket.
Remove all our buried coins.
Try it. We don't care.
I don't
Yeah.
think that was
Guys,
that how it
guys,
happened?
hey guys, do you know what I was like? Guys, do you know what I was like when I saw that everyone voted for Jimmy?
That is true.
Dude, I was like, fuck.
What were you
I
like?
was
Declan, what were you
fuck,
like
man.
when that happened?
It's like, fuck, dude.
Man, I was like, fuck.
Oh, man. All right.
Someone was like,
Yeah,
how do
well,
I
yeah,
reach out
guys.
to Barry? I'm like,
When you guys ask me how to reach out,
email.
I'm like, fuck, we got an email at buriedpodcast@gmail.com. All right, send us your fucking topics. Or, fuck.
At gmail.fuck.
Gmail.fuck, baby. Send us your topics, whatever the fuck you want. And we'd love to hear from you. Please send us stuff, okay? And
God.
please, I'm praying for it.
Please.
Fuck. Anyways, thank you guys
please.
for tuning in. We always appreciate it. Hi, Cloudy. As always, hi, Claymore. Hi, Cloudy. Hey, guys. When
Hi,
Claymore
Claymore.
listens to this episode, I'm gonna be like, fuck.
How you doing, baby?
They're gonna be like, fuck. Anyways, as
Like,
always,
and they're
I'm
gonna be
Declan
like,
Rogan.
fuck.